Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So we had the State of Play yesterday and we're going to be going through all those major announcements. And if you ordered a Steamdeck with a dock, you may have to wait a little bit longer for that dock to arrive. We have those topics and more to cover, but before we get started, if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell so we can keep you up to date with all the latest gaming news. Now let's get started. So we had Sony's State of Play last night, and there's a whole lot of announcements to go through here, so I'm going to try to hit them as quickly as possible. First, the show opens up with Resident Evil 4, and this is going to be coming out March of 2023. It also is going to have a VR component that's in development, which makes me think that it may not come out when the main game comes out. This will also be only on the PS5, as it was not shown that there would be a PS4 version. Now, according to blog.playstation.com, this is going to be a complete reimagining of the original 2005 game. And I think that's a good approach to take after how well Final Fantasy VII Remake did, and most people are not going to want to play a game that's pretty much 18 years old by the time this comes out. So with newer graphics and newer story elements and new controls, this looks like this is going to be a day one pickup. Next, they go into 4 different games that are getting a VR version. We have Resident Evil Village, and then we have The Walking Dead, Saints and Sinners Retribution, and then No Man's Sky, and then Horizon Call of the Mountain, which I think we've been hearing a lot about this Horizon VR game, so it's good to see this here. And then to go along with that, Horizon Forbidden West has an update that's out now, and that includes a new Game Plus feature as well as ultra hard difficulty. And then next they showed some Spider-Man footage, and I was hoping for Spider-Man 2, but no, it's Spider-Man Remastered for the PC coming out on August 12th. And then we see an interesting game called Stray, where it looks like you play as a cat, and that's going to be coming out July 19th. But probably the more interesting part about this is that it's coming out on day one for PlayStation Plus Premium and Extra. So I think that's the first announcement that we have of any day one release for PlayStation Plus. Next we have a game called The Callisto Protocol, and this is coming from the creator of Dead Space, and this falls into the horror genre, and it does say on blog.playstation.com that this will be coming out on the PS5 and PS4 on December 2nd of this year. And then we have Roller Drome, which looks to be like some type of maybe cel-shaded game where you're in this arena and you're trying to take out enemies. And then we have Eternights, which appears to be some type of action dating sim, at least that's how they described it, and that's coming out early 2023. And then what I would say one of the bigger announcements, they've got some of the first footage here from Street Fighter VI, and this is set to come out sometime in 2023. And I have to say, this looks really good. And then I was surprised to see that this is coming for the PS5 and the PS4. And then we have a couple of indie game announcements. We have Tunic, which we've already seen on the Xbox, and this is sort of a Zelda-ish puzzle game. And then we have Season coming out this fall in 2022, and I'm not real sure what to make of this game. It looks like you just walk around and do stuff. And then finally, one of the bigger announcements is, of course, Final Fantasy XVI, and we get more of an extended trailer here to look at. And they showed a lot of emphasis on the summonings at the end of this trailer, which look really, really good. And this is set to release the summer of 2023, and it's only on PlayStation 5, so there will be no PS4 version. And I think that's a good step to take with a game this size and a game with such detailed graphics. This will really give a chance for this game to shine. And that's pretty much a summary of everything announced at the State of Play. Let me know if any of it's interesting to you. I'm definitely looking forward to Final Fantasy XVI, Street Fighter VI, and I was never a big fan of the Resident Evil games, mostly because I didn't like the original control on the PlayStation. But with this being a complete remake, it may be something I'm going to try out. We also have the launch of the new PlayStation Plus service in Japan, and we have this headline here from VGC. Japan's new PlayStation Plus confirms Resident Evil and Bethesda games plus 60Hz classics. So the service went live yesterday, and we're getting a lot more information coming out about it. In the article here, it states, Japan's PlayStation Plus library includes several Resident Evil games, for example, and first-party titles such as Knack in Africa, and even Bethesda titles in the form of Elder Scrolls IV, Fallout 4, Doom, and Wolfenstein New Order. And at the bottom of this article at VGC, they've got a list of all the games here that are available in Japan on the service, so if you want to see that list, go ahead and check out the link I've got in the comments. But one interesting note here, it says, as expected, Japan's classic PlayStation 1 games also run in the NTSC 60Hz format, since Sony has opted to publish the original Japanese language versions of the games. Now, as far as I know, the only versions of these games in Japanese are the ones that are NTSC at 60Hz. But we're still waiting to find out what we end up getting in the US. Personally, I think it would be a pretty neat idea to have 3 different versions on there. You could have the European PAL, the Japanese, and the US all as an option to choose from. Maybe even have a default option that you can turn on so you don't have to choose and it'll automatically pick the region that you've defaulted to. But hopefully before this service launches in the US, Sony will figure out that we really don't want versions that run 17% slower from the PAL regions. And it seems like every week we're seeing another game get delayed, and we've got another delay this time, and it's not a game, but instead is a dock. We have this announcement from the official Steam community page. Hi all. Due to part shortages and COVID closures at our manufacturing facilities, the official Steamdeck docking station is delayed. We're working on improving this situation and will share more information when we have it. This has no effect on production schedule and reservation windows for Steam Decks. In the meantime, the team is continuing to work on improving the docked experience for Steam Deck with all USB-C hubs and external displays. Now, unfortunately, they're not giving an ETA here, and they do mention that they're working to improve the docked experience with current USB hubs and external displays. So at least you've got an option, even if it's third party in the meantime, until this official dock gets released. And finally, we have the latest Famitsu Sales coming out of Japan. And on the software side, we again have a clean sweep of Switch games. At number 1, we have Nintendo Switch Sports, then Kirby and the Forgotten Land, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Radiant Tail is coming in new at number 4, Minecraft, E-Baseball, Powerful Pro Baseball 2022, Ring Fit Adventure, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, Taiko Rishiden 5 DX, and finally in the last spot, Mario Party Superstars. Now, the new entry in here, Radiant Tail, is a Otome game, which is a story-based video game that's generally targeted toward women. And I do believe it's looking like Kirby and the Forgotten Land may end up being another evergreen title, as it just continues to be in here week after week near the top of the sales. And then let's take a look at the hardware sales. We again have the Switch in the top 3 spots here, followed by the PlayStation 5, then the Xbox Series S, then the PS5 Digital Edition, and then the Xbox Series X finishes out all the current gen consoles. So really nothing different here than what we generally see every week. And I'm pretty sure the PlayStation 5 could sell a lot more if there just weren't these supply constraints. And that's all we have for today. Did anything we talk about catch your attention? Was there anything announced at the State of Play that you're really looking forward to? And do you think it would be a good idea for Sony to put 3 different versions of their PS1 games and let you pick which one you want? Drop a comment about that or any of the other topics we covered today. I want to thank you for watching, have a great weekend, and be good.